Hey there guys, this is DJ Slope from Slope's Game Room, and today we're going to be looking at one particular franchise that personally I don't really like.
What could possibly go wrong?
However, a lot of people do, and although the mechanics, aka the gameplay, isn't really up to scratch for me, and style of the game takes me back to a simpler time of rushing home from school and booting up whatever radical 90s themed character platformer I was able to get hold of. I am of course talking about Bubsy video games. And today, to join me on my journey through the facts of Bubsy, I have longtime friend of the show, Miss Kimble Justice. If you're not subscribed, make sure you click here to see what she is all about. But for now, let's look at the 44 forgettable facts about Bubsy. Let's get to it. Number 1. Bubsy is his real name, obviously. However, you may know Bubsy by his nickname, Bubster.
Number 2. What kind of cat is Bubsy or Bubster or whatever, I hear you ask? He's a bobcat. More like flop cat, am I right? I'll get me coat.
Number 3. However, Kimble, in Japan, possibly due to translation issues, he is actually a mountain cat.
Number 4. The bad guys in the first game are called woolies, due to the fact that they are stealing the world's supply of wool.
Number 5. Bubsy's catchphrase is "What could possibly go wrong?"
What could possibly go wrong?
Looking at your games, Bubsy, quite a lot.
Number 6. This first game did so well on the Mega Drive that it was actually up-resed to double the resolution for PC and was called Super Bubsy.
Number 7. As bad as the games are known to be, they actually have a pretty big fan base behind them, going as far as actually having a Tumblr fan site that claims that Bubsy is now a transgender bobcat.
Number 8. According to the developers of the game, Bubsy's height is about 1 metre high, which is also the same as the character he was copying.
Number 9. Move aside, Shigeru Miyamoto, this guy is Michael Berlin. He is the creator of Bubsy, and just like Shigeru Miyamoto, putting his name against some of gaming's most iconic franchises, Michael went on to do this.
Number 10. However, even though Michael designed the game, it was a guy called Ken Macklin who designed him, and he went on to do all of this.
Number 11. It should be no surprise that Bubsy was heavily influenced by Sonic the Hedgehog. With an interview with Michael Berlin, he said that Sonic grabbed him so much that he actually played the game on average for 14 hours every day.
Number 12. That's true. However, even with the crazy amounts of Sonic the Hedgehog influence in the final game, it is reported that Mike said that the final game of Bubsy didn't quite have enough Sonic in it.
Number 13. And if you're one of these people like Michael who believe Bubsy isn't Sonic enough, then never fear, one of the most popular hacks for Bubsy, and Sonic 2 for that matter, is a ROM hack called, you guessed it, Bubsy in Sonic 2.
Number 14. At one point, Bubsy almost had a TV show, and a pilot was made called What Could Possibly Go On? But it never got turned into a series.
Number 15. However, you still can buy this officially. That is if you buy the PC port of the original game, as it's on the disc.
Number 16. Even though Bubsy was Mike's baby, he had no say in the pilot whatsoever, and, you guessed it, he didn't like it. In fact, he went as far as saying that it almost killed the franchise.
Number 17. The painfully obvious phrase, "What could possibly go wrong?" is used no less than 11 times in that pilot episode. That's roughly every 2 minutes.
Number 18. In 1993, Bubsy was awarded Most Hype for a Character by magazine Electronic Gaming Monthly.
Number 19. Nowadays, however, Bubsy is included in several gaming lists as the most hated video game character of all time.
Number 20. Just look at him. 40% of the volume of Bubsy's face is his eyeballs.
Number 21. Bubsy was actually the first ever character to have a voiceover in the 16-bit era.
Hey, I thought I saw Elvis back there.
Number 22. The infamous Bubsy 3D was actually planned to not only come out on the Sega Saturn, but also on the 32X. Alas, both of these never saw the light of day.
Number 23. Upon release, Mike didn't think Bubsy 3D was too bad, and thought he could get on alright with early 3D adopters. That was until he played another game released roughly at the same time that was being showcased at the same expo. When Mike finally played said game, he remembers thinking, oh crap. That game was Super Mario 64.
Number 24. Not many people know this, but there is actually a port of Bubsy 2 for the Game Boy. It's not good.
Number 25. The popular webcomic VG Cats actually featured Bubsy and shows him as a forgotten mascot that's into drugs and drink.
Number 26. Bubsy the Bobcat's totally authorised answer book is in fact the name of the official guide for the first game.
Number 27. In the game Bubsy 3D, there's a password that doesn't actually do anything. There was a competition held in which a gamer would be rewarded for solving its mystery. To this day, it's unsure if anybody ever worked it out.
Number 28. Bubsy's lead guy moved on after Bubsy 1 and hated how Bubsy 2 turned out, saying that it went to a guy who hated the character. Don't we all?
Number 29. Bubsy 3D is a bad game. Siphon Filter, on the other hand, is a pretty good game. Surprisingly, they used the same, although slightly modified, engine.
Number 30. If you had Super Bubsy for the PC, you will notice that every time the game loaded, it had several randomly displayed funny loading screen messages appear, such as, "Sorry about the slight pause," and "What's the matter, bub? Cat got your ton?" Well, looking at the game's code, apparently there are quite a few hidden messages that actually, for whatever reason, never got displayed, such as, "Bubsy forgot to land on his feet," and, "Oh well, back to the clawing board."
Number 31. Yep, cosplayers of Bubsy exist.
Number 32. Remember the twin woolies found in Bubsy 1? Well, they actually got split and eventually they looked like this in Bubsy 3D.
Number 33. You know that Gold X award that Bubsy 3D claims it had won? Well, no actual evidence of an award, as far as I can tell, actually exists.
Number 34. Bubsy 3D was actually supposed to have two playable characters, with the second character being called Snake. Snake? Snake? Snake?
Number 35. This is the promotional t-shirt given out to promote the first game, and it's now quite the rarity.
Number 36. If you play the Japanese release of Bubsy and you put all the passwords next to each other, in order they make up the first 114 digits of pi.
Number 37. Basement Boys Software are an old hacking group from the Commodore 64 days, and for some reason, they get a hidden credit within the original game.
Number 38. Bubsy's top speed in the first game is estimated at 25.5 miles per hour.
Number 39. The infected voice you hear in The Last of Us is actually the same voice actress as Bubsy in Bubsy 3D.
Number 40. One of the major differences between the European version and the North American release is that us Brits had the memory card option removed in place of a password system.
Number 41. When you look at the code of Bubsy 3D, you can actually find funny notes left by the developers, such as, "Load failed, clean the CD." Okay, maybe not too funny, but probably best of all, it's failed 5 times so far. We're dead in the water.
Number 42. Funnily enough, a lot of the people that worked on one of the worst games ever made ended up actually working on this. Probably one of the very best exclusives the Vita has to offer. How times change.
Number 43. Do you like frustrating level selects for your games? Then the original game on the Mega Drive is probably for you. On controller 2, punch in the following on the title screen. A left, A up, down, 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 left, A right, right, B up, B. Hopefully you did that correctly, because there's no sound effect or animation or anything really to tell you that you did it or not. However, then you need to hit another random set of buttons depending on the level that you're after, which range from quite literally just start for chapter 1, going all the way up to right, 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 right for chapter 16. The mind boggles.
Number 44.
With all this talk about Bubsy 3D, I bet you wouldn't mind having a go. Well, you're an idiot then, aren't you? But never fear, you can play an even better version of Bubsy 3D with Bubsy Visits the James Turrell Retrospective, a fan-created game that unsurprisingly controls better than this trollop. Go to bubsy3d.com, link in the description, to see for yourself. Hey there guys, thanks for checking out my video on 44 forgettable facts about Bubsy. Like I said, if you haven't checked out Kimble Justice's videos, then make sure you click on that top link right in the middle there. That video is all about Altered Beast. It's one of her more recent videos and it's really, really good. Once you've checked that, come back here and check out 100 facts about Mario. And if you're still in for a little bit more platformy goodness, then check out the Cinematic Platformers episode, which is all about grown-up platform games. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you prefer. Favourite, comment and subscribe, and that's it. This is DJ Slope signing out, and hopefully I'll see you all next time.